971. Call the office at 572-0383 or 572-0215. REV-UP St. Lucia, the alpha of radio.
Harddrive is brought to you the compliments of Rambali's Funeral Parlor.
At Rambali's Funeral Parlor, we truly care. During life's most difficult moments, we want you to know you are not alone.
At Rambali's, we are dedicated to providing dignity, compassion, and comfort when you need it the most.
Our caring team is here to walk with you every step of the way, whether it's in planning a gentle farewell or celebrating the beautiful life of your loved one.
We understand how precious they are, and we promise to honor their memory with the utmost respect and love.
Let us help you find peace and solace during this challenging time.
Please reach out to us at
758-452-2021, Castries, or 758-454-9239, Latuni, Viewfort, or visit us at rambalisfuneral.com.
We're here for you, ready to listen, support,
and serve with heartfelt compassion. You can lean on us.
At Rambali's,
we care.
Hello there, good morning, good afternoon, good night to our listeners and to our viewers in St. Lucia and across the globe, especially those of you checking us out on Facebook, on YouTube, on X, and also, I believe, DBS television?
Yeah.
Yeah? For sure?
Let me just double check with Linda.
Yeah, I think yesterday was Lisa's funeral.
Yeah.
So no doubt they probably didn't carry the show yesterday.
Let me find that.
Yeah? Okay. Anyway, so folks, welcome to Harddrive for today. I'm Andre Paul, and the co-host of the show, none other than the lovely Keena, who's on the phone now checking. Yeah.
Good morning, Andre Paul. Good morning to our wonderful listeners. Again, as always, thank you so much for making REV-UP St. Lucia, the alpha of radio, your station of choice. And we love you and sending you kisses. Mwah. And to Linda and the team over at DBS, thank you all so much for carrying the program live. Thank you.
You the funeral you're talking about, or?
No, REV-UP.
Oh, okay. Yes.
The Harddrive, I meant.
So, listen, do you know any update as to the funeral of Lisa's funeral? What happened?
It was yesterday. We were here.
Yeah, we were here. Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, nobody said anything. Nobody reported on anything. Yeah, for true. In fact, this morning when I was...
I took a glimpse at it. I know John Antoine performed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I saw him on video. So he had his saxophone and he was performing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure many people turned out. And, well, there are a lot of people in attendance. So,
okay.
That, yeah.
All right. I was hoping that we'd have something on the news this morning, but maybe reporters are still working on a comprehensive report. I'm just speculating. Yeah. Okay. Well, that situation is really, really sad. How old was Lisa again?
Late 40s.
A young woman.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's really, really, really sad. I thought I met her mom.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, quite by incident.
Yes, we were live on DBS. She responded. Thank you so much, Linda. Appreciate you. Kisses. Mwah.
Thank you, Linda. Thank you very much. And a good morning to you. Good morning to your staff. Yes. So, so I was saying that I met her mom by incident. The mom saw me and she introduced herself. And we had a nice little chat. Mm. Yeah, and I told her if I'm able to, then I would attend the funeral. But I didn't imagine they would be having the funeral so early in the morning.
Same here.
Yeah. So what time was that? What 10 o'clock? Yeah.
10.
Wow. Okay, so I guess that place must have been loaded with reporters, etc., etc. I wonder if there were any government ministers who attended. I wonder.
Sure they were. I know I saw the opposition leader and the member for...
Yeah. Because, he spoke of her in glowing terms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, for sure, this is going to be a sort of, I wouldn't say a sad day for journalism in St. Lucia, because, I mean, we have good journalists in St. Lucia, but she certainly was a very, very, she was she sought the truth. She wanted to get to the bottom of a story, right? And I have often said I think the policymakers probably misunderstood her. I think they were conflating her work with the politics.
And
You understand?
it's sad that it happened. She was only doing her job. And many people loved her for just doing her job because she was honest and always truthful. Whether you like how she delivered it or not, she was doing her job. And that's what she was getting paid to do. And she did it day after day, night after night, and put her best foot forward. And
Somebody
that was what's remarkable about her too.
Somebody just messaged that the Prime Minister was at the funeral as well.
So that's good.
So the Prime Minister and the leader of the opposition.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
I'm sure people have their differences, and him coming out and the opposition leader being there as well is great.
and I know for the politicians, they are very well aware of the power of the media. I mean, you remember the time of Richard Nixon? It was, a reporter.
It was
or a couple of reporters who basically brought him down. So politicians are very well aware of the influence and the power of the media. So they're very skeptical, right? They always assume that because you're asking the tough questions and the hard questions, that you may be playing politics, you're taking sides and things like that. I think, I had the United Workers' Party here every Thursday, and many times they said that a lot of the media personnel sold out and this sort of thing. And I mean, there is merit to what they were saying, because we have a few journalists who ended up working, for governments over the years. That does happen.
Happens.
It does happen.
It happens.
I mean, if somebody is getting an opportunity to further themselves,
I don't see why they shouldn't accept the offer.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't mean it. Well, anyway, let me
And the
leave that
role
part.
of the media is to bring the truth to the public. And no matter how you look at it, it's important for us as journalists and media persons to not change the narrative. And obviously people would think, okay, you're taking sides. But if, as I say, Andre, you said something, report it in the manner that Andre said it. Although we might have our own views, our perceptions of what we think the person was trying to say, but report it exactly as it happened, because you were there, you have the clips, so just put it that way.
Yes.
Don't try to take a clip and shorten it and try to make it look like what the person said is not what they said.
Yeah.
So, and that happens a lot.
So you're talking about some journalists who do that sort of thing.
It happens,
We'll get
whether
back
in
to-
St. Lucia or around the world. Look at the case of Trump recently and him suing the BBC, was it?
We'll get to that in a second. Yeah, it's a good point. Somebody just messaged that there was a detailed report on both. I think it said NBC. I think on DBS they had a detailed report on Lisa's funeral. So I don't know why our newsman didn't include it in our newscast this morning. I will check with him a little later.
Okay.
Yeah, because I just assumed that we would have had something in the news this morning. So when I checked this morning,
And it wasn't there.
I said it
you
wasn't there. I
assumed
said, "Oh my gosh, okay, we're not."
Because you
having-
were here last night.
Right. Well, yeah, but the thing is that the local stories come in the morning.
Oh.
Yeah, when I come here, I usually look for the regional, international entertainment stories. That's what I do when I come here on evenings. But you were making a good point. It's true, and I think maybe that's the problem, where you have some journalists who do that sort of thing, where, like in the case of the BBC, that's an excellent example, right? Where Donald Trump was speaking, okay, and while he did make those statements, that's true, telling the people, go and just stand for your rights and this sort of thing, he did also say, do it peacefully.
Yes.
So the BBC left that part out. And somebody picked up on that, I guess maybe brought it to Trump's attention, or maybe he checked. I don't know what happened, but he's now asking for, I think, $10 billion from the BBC. And I think he kind of gave them an ultimatum. Either you give me something substantial or I'll take you to court.
Yeah.
So the BBC now decided to fight this thing. But what do you think? Because I don't think the BBC is going to win that case at all.
I don't think they're going to win the case. At some point in time, they will settle as to the amount. I'm not sure. But at some point in time, I do think that they will settle with him, because he does have a case.
Yeah. I mean, you don't do that. You just
The
don't do
entire
that.
world came at him.
Yeah,
And that's
exactly.
the problem. We have a responsibility to speak truth always. And though we might have our sides, we might support a particular party or a particular person, but we have to remember that people's lives are at stake here. What you put out and what you say about someone has consequences. And if you don't speak truth, it will have repercussions forever. And we
Yeah.
have to be mindful of that.
Yeah, so I hope our journalists in St. Lucia don't practice this sort of thing, because you see what happens. And now, there's a lot of suing taking place in St. Lucia, with politicians especially suing journalists like crazy, and radio stations and TV stations
Yes.
as well,
Yeah.
right? I've been in this business there for quite a few years, and only once somebody actually threatened to sue HTS while I was there. Only once.
Was it something that you read? A news piece?
I'll tell you in a little while. I had just started doing talk shows,
Oh, okay.
so I was not really experienced. Okay, so what happened was, there was somebody who called and was talking about a particular bakery in forget about the area, because I think they still have the bakery there. So the person was talking about a bakery, and the bakery was producing bread in a particular manner. Now, I allowed the person to say what they're saying. I didn't challenge the person or anything, because here I am assuming that they're telling the truth. That's what So naively, I thought they were telling the truth. So when I got off the air, I remember Mr. Ferry said to me, Andrew, come to my office. As I come to my office, I know, something is wrong. So when I went upstairs, there's a person who has a bakery, and the person is saying that they want to sue the station because you allowed this person to say so and so, so and so, so and so. So he said to me, I think you should call the gentleman. I said, all right. And let me just use the opportunity to say something here. Sometimes we're angry, right? At that moment, we don't think logically. We're acting on emotion.
Yeah.
So it's always good. I always tell people who know me well, I say, listen, calm down, let it sink in, take it easy, don't make a decision right now, because right now you're upset, you're angry. Don't make a decision while you're in that mode. And folks, this is good advice I'm giving you. This is very, very, very good advice. Take it easy, calm down, because when you calm down, you tend to see things from a different perspective. So I was smart enough back then to allow that process to kick in before I called him, because he was angry, right? I waited and waited and waited. So maybe like about 6 in the evening now, I picked up the phone and I called the gentleman. Okay? And I said to him, sir, let me apologize for what happened. I really thought that what the person was saying was true. I thought so, to be honest with you. So in the future, I'll be a lot more careful. He said to me, Andre, to be honest with you, I was upset at the time, right? And I think I'm kind of calmed down right now. So that's okay. That's all right. You understand? So, folks, that's good advice.
It is good advice.
Okay? Now, it doesn't mean it'll always happen. Because some people can, depending on what you do.
Can be weak at times, depending on what's happening around you. So.
But he was able to calm down at that point there and say, okay, all right, Andre, that's okay. But I promised myself I wouldn't make that mistake again. Yeah, for sure. And I remember one time somebody called a show, and they were talking about the fire services service in Vieux Fort. And man, they went on and on and on. The fire service didn't have this. They didn't have a hose. They didn't have a rope. They didn't have a ladder. And the person saying all the things that the fire service didn't have. Now, I listened to this thing. I can't imagine somebody making those kinds of comments and just talking Papi Show. In my mind, I said, what? They didn't have this. They didn't have that. They didn't have the other. And I remember the same day, there's a Southern correspondent, Desmond Collymore. He did a report, right? And everything the scholars said the fire service didn't have, they had it. Everything.
Oh my word.
The rope, the ladder, the hose, this. I say, what? So that's why you see right now, when people call and they say things, I'm so careful. I mean, sometimes I still mess up a little bit sometimes, but I'm so careful because people say some outlandish and outrageous things, right? And if you allow it, you could be in serious trouble. Yeah.
Even in friendships as well. Someone comes and says, that person did so and so, and because you're closer to the person, you might lean in.
And you want to defend them.
And you want to defend them.
That's true.
And defending, you listen, but it's always best to get two sides to a story and listen attentively. And you could pick out who's lying and who's not. especially where there's consistency. And if you don't know, just say, okay, thanks for letting me know, and you hope this situation pans out well, and tell the person, think differently about the situation, pray over it, talk to a pastor or something, because sometimes we want to make decisions humanly possible for us, and when we're angry, we're frustrated, we go on that emotion. But when you speak to someone reasonable enough that has the spiritual guidance, they're able to lean in with their spiritual eye, and thereby after that conversation you're a lot better. You're clearer. Sometimes we have the tendency to call our friends, our family members, and they will take our sides. That's logical.
Yes.
Because why is this happening? Why this? And da-da-da-da-da. And then that spirals over, and you never get a solution for it.
That's certainly true, Keena. And another thing too, right? Sometimes we are angry. We want to say something because we are angry. We're tempted to say something, or these days you want to type it.
Yes.
Okay? I've said so already. I have typed stuff because I'm in my anger. I'm typing because I'm upset. And then somebody says to me, Andre, calm down. Take it easy. And I just have to go delete. Delete. Because I may have to take that back. Or I may have to end up saying, I'm sorry. But the thing is that once you see, you push it out there, you say it.
You can't really take it back.
You can't take it back. There's no can really.
You
cannot take it back. So you say something to somebody and it hurts. And that's the problem with this thing. So think first before we utter our words.
And the other thing to add to what you're saying as well, communication. Dr. Phil and Clarissa on this program, they have spoken on communication, and we need to work on it. Because sometimes we try to communicate the best way with someone else, and depending on what's happening in that individual's life, they take it the wrong way and they internalize it, and they're hurt by it. And maybe you on the receiving end, you're struggling like, okay, I didn't do anything wrong. But maybe that individual is dealing with something else, and they took what you said or what was happening around you the wrong way, and they blow it out of proportion. So communication is very, very good communication. Actually, not just communication, because there are different ways.
Yes.
You might think that what you're doing is good enough, and it's not. And if you are very sensitive to certain things, it's very important as well to acknowledge that. And some of us haven't gotten to that point where we realize there are weaknesses within us, and it takes a toll on all of our relationships.
And programs like the healing process, right? These programs are not the ferocious, sexy type of programs, and people tend not to gravitate towards them, and to their detriment, really, because we are put on this planet, folks, to improve ourselves. That's what we're here for, to become better human beings. And as we prepare for that time when Jesus Christ will return, because he says he's preparing a church that he's going to marry, all right? So that's our responsibility, the few years that we have here. As strange as it may sound, yes, it's true, we're here to have some fun and to have a family and to do those kinds of things. But the whole idea is for us to make ourselves better people. Because when you really think about it, Keena, that's what it all boils down to.
Yeah.
Because if we remain the same way we were when we were young, and we didn't upgrade our thinking, we didn't educate ourselves, we'd be in a real sorry state.
Definitely.
You understand? So that's our responsibility here on earth, to become better people. And for some reason, we don't like to become better, so we're not really attracted to things that kind of like put a mirror in front of us and say, hey, you check yourself.
Yes.
That kind of thing.
And I think it's easy for some of us to go into defensive mode because we're not really seeing what people are trying to say. And that's okay. But if one thing my mom said to me for a very long time when I was younger, she always said that to us. If more than one person is saying something to you, then you need to take a step back.
That is true.
Because many people can't be telling you the same thing. The problem is not them, it's you. And put that mirror, look at yourself and try to bring the change. But some people just stick into defense mode, excuses and everything else to their detriment.
And I think also we don't like to work on ourselves because it involves effort.
Yeah, we
don't like that. So we just accept ourselves. That's why I think, was it last week there on one of the shows, somebody said, I want somebody to accept me for who I am. And I said, I quickly responded, no, I don't agree with that. Because what if you have an anger anger management problem. I'm supposed to
Yes.
accept you like that. Accept me for me. You have people say that a lot.
Oh yeah, most
accept me for
definitely.
me.
So many times, yeah. If you can't accept me for me, then I'm out.
No.
I'm not gonna change for anyone. That's something else some people say as well.
Yeah, we need to grow, and we need to be around people who will challenge us to grow as well. That's important, right?
It's very important.
So talking
yeah.
about growing, Keena, this morning I was really, really, really shocked when I read a report from the National Institute on Retirement Security. That's in the U.S.
Okay.
Saying how much the average American has saved for retirement. Yeah. Can you guess how much they have saved for retirement? The average American. And this is the richest,
We're looking at
one of the
year.
richest countries in the world, right? America. One of the most powerful countries in the world. The country that takes billions of its own dollars and sends to Israel for its war machine. Billions. You know, it's billions. You can do all of that. You can send money to all far-flung places. You can fight wars, spend billions and trillions on war and this kind of thing. And your own people, to me, as far as I'm concerned, as the leadership in the U.S., I don't know from what time that started, but I know for sure, right, what they have now is not leadership at all. At all.
Said that so many
right?
times
So,
before.
so guess how much the average person had, not saving just regular savings, for retirement. How much do you think the average American has saved up for retirement?
Based on everything that is happening, taking in COVID,
Okay.
maybe 1,005.
Well, you're not
2,000?
too far. Actually, it's about $955. That's what they have for retirement. Okay? And when I read that this morning, I thought to myself, how many people in St. Lucia let me put myself in it, find ourselves in that exact situation where all we have is a few $100s saved. Sometimes a lifetime of work, and that's what we have saved. That's not for retirement, That's what you have saved there, $900 and something, just in case something goes wrong and this sort of thing. If that's the
That's not
typical
even-
person in America is they're going through, my gosh, I don't want to see what it's like in St. Lucia. Now, let me just work something out, because I made sure I did the maths. I did the maths.
Tell me.
And
I'm waiting.
I went at the high end of the spectrum. I said the average person the average person in St. Lucia is supposed to make like $5,000. Now, folks, that's not a fact. I'm just
Okay.
That's how I'm just working it out. Okay, so $5,000 a month. You multiply that. No, okay. Before I say that, according to the experts, by the age of 60, the typical worker should have 8 times their annual income put away for those golden years. So I'm going to repeat this. By the age of 60, the typical worker should have 8 times their annual income. 8 times the annual income
By the age
by
of
age 60.
60.
Now, we are talking about just saving, just savings there, like we always say, for emergency purposes, for retirement, right? Because I'm telling you, if you're going to depend on NIC, it's not going to cut it.
It's not going to cut it.
Somebody told me yesterday, and I'm not mentioning where that happened, but somebody is receiving some kind of assistance. Okay? The person is receiving financial assistance from a particular place. And guess how much that person is receiving every month? Just guess. In St. Lucia, how much do you think they're receiving every month?
Maybe $200.
Okay, all right. So take out one of those zeros.
Huh?
Yeah. How much you have? How much is that?
I'm still in shock.
That's right.
No, it's not a laughing matter, but
Okay.
I'm in shock.
So it's $20. $20, which is what this person receives in assistance in these times. I myself say I cannot even believe that.
Are you sure?
Well, when we're off the air, I can bring you to the person, right, who told me so.
What?
Yeah. So how is this person going to make it now on that kind of thing, that kind of pittance? Anyway, so back to what I was
That's
saying.
for a month?
A month, yeah, $20.
Say it ain't so.
I tell you, when I heard it, I said that cannot be. Something is
That
wrong.
can't
Something's wrong
be
somewhere.
real.
Listen to me, yes, Andre.
What?
Yeah, and that
Don't
person
worry.
was nice enough to give it as a gift to the lady who's at the hospital right now. By the way, you heard the good news?
No, I
Yeah, the lady who we were trying to raise the funds for yesterday.
yesterday.
She's at Tapion Hospital as we speak.
Bravo. Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you. That's true. That's true. Okay, and it looks like she'll get the resources, at least for starters, for the spine surgery.
Oh.
Because she has to do 2 surgeries. So at least the
Thank
most
you,
important
Jesus.
one is the spine. All right. So with the dance yesterday, sorry,
With
tomorrow,
the interview.
tomorrow with the
And the
dance tomorrow,
dance
and also people who are contributing. Plus, I think she's got a little insurance and so on. You know, she may just get the rest of the money to do the other surgery. So let's
That
see.
fills my heart with so much joy right now.
Yeah, so happy when I heard that.
Whew.
So yeah, as I'm working this thing out there. So let's just assume, right? You're getting $5,000 a month. Okay, $5,000 a month. So you multiply by 12 months. Okay, and that's $60,000.
Yep.
Right? That's what you make for the year. And according to the experts, they're advising that you have 8 times that annual salary. So you're making $60,000 for the year. Although that's not what you really take home because you have taxes.
You have taxes.
Yeah, I mean, I see you have this, you have that, and the other
Bills
kind of
and
thing.
everything else.
Okay, and plus all the other taxes that you don't even, indirect taxes. Okay, right. So let's just assume you do make the $60,000. So 8 times the annual income, that's about $500,000 you're supposed to have by age 60.
Prouvé. Okay. So basically, they say you should be a millionaire by age 60.
Something
Make it make
like
sense.
Like something like that. Yeah. Well, not a millionaire. At least halfway there.
No, but still.
So that's retirement for you. In other words, now, yes, it's true. You may get the NIC. You may get that as anything else. Although some people don't have that. But if you're depending on NIC to make it, forget about that. Okay, just forget about that. It's just a little assistance to keep you going, right?
I think we need to create structures that give people a fair chance to retire with dignity. And we said so earlier on in the week, we had that discussion.
Somebody just said, I have enough to last me next week.
Oh,
Sorry, caller.
I'm so sorry, sweetie.
Sorry, Chima.
Sheesh.
But that's the reality for a lot of
It
people.
is. When workers have almost nothing to save for retirement, that's a wake-up call.
And look at the irony. The most powerful country in the world, one of the richest countries in the world, you telling me,
But are you
you
surprised,
as a
though?
president of the United States, that's where, whether it's you, whether it's Biden, whoever was there, this is the state that you're
That's a
leaving your
systemic
people?
failure.
Big time.
It's a systemic failure. That's what we're looking at.
I can understand, St. Lucia. But the U.S., the average person has $955 saved for retirement.
If people are working hard, paying taxes, and still face poverty in old age, that's they really need to rethink their social safety nets in every aspect.
So, we the parents now ought to be advising our children as early as possible. Although some people tell you invest as well, because you could buy property and this sort of thing. But the
And that
average,
works too,
the average young person starting off, right? Yes, it's true. You should have the nice little car as anything else. But you've got to balance this thing there with some way of saving as well as investing, right? And the best, of course, investment is real estate. That's the best thing.
It's real estate, but there's so many vehicles on island, and you hear so many people have said before it's easier to get a vehicular loan than a loan for property. Why is it so?
Well,
Why do you think it's so, Andre?
in fairness to the banks are concerned about one thing and one thing only.
How are they going to get their money back?
Exactly. So if you cannot show the bank how you're going to repay them, is no. Now people say, oh, you have a white man will come, you have a suitcase and so on and so on. Yeah, the white man comes, makes his case.
He makes his case.
You know one of the things that we
That's
need
true
to
too.
remember? You have to go to the bank and say to the bank, okay, I need X amount of money. What do I need to bring to you, right? So in order for me to qualify. So the bank will say to you, we need this, we need that, we need the other, right? So you have to make sure when you go inside there, you have those things. So the bank can't argue with you.
That is true. And there are instances where I've heard that people have gone with everything they've asked them for, and they're still waiting.
Well, because again, remember, the bank is concerned about one thing. How do we get our money back? So if you go there and you ask for, you want to buy property, and when they look at debt to GDP, right, is no way you're going to repay this
And the
thing.
other thing too, in St.
And
Lucia,
actually
we
it's for
don't
your-
have a
for your
credit
good,
rating.
you know?
It's for our good, yeah.
Yeah, the bank is actually concerned about you as well. Yeah, sorry.
We don't have a credit rating system in St. Lucia where, based on your savings, based on previous loans, based on maybe your monthly payments to courts and other aspects, that you get a credit rating. And the banks look at that, and they give you the loan based on that. We don't have it. You still have to go through all of that, and that's something that I think that we should look at. We need to, because if somebody has a good credit report, then it should be easier for them to get a loan if they have everything else.
You remember recently I was talking about a young lady in the U.S. Who started a savings plan.
Yes,
I think
she was in her teens.
Yes. Yeah, and I think she has like what $100,000
right
saved
yes,
already.
That was like a month and a half ago.
Right.
Yeah.
Because she says she's determined to save the money. Now that's what we should be doing. And the younger we start, it's the better. I don't know, somewhere along the line we get our lines crossed.
So we the parents, because we want to live life. And as a child, I always used to hear the older folks say, "Papan chapeau." Remember?
That's another
Don't
thing
hang
again.
your heart where it can't reach. And that's something they always said. And we were mindful. We were so mindful that, hey, we need a savings. We really do not know what's going to happen later on in life. And when you look at back then, Andre, life was, I'm not saying life is difficult now, but there's so much more that's added to our lives, you know, especially as it relates to bus fares have gone up, bread has gone up, to buy a car, everything has been rising.
Yeah.
And now some people, their salaries have somewhat stayed the same.
You must play Yellow Man. Things going up, gas prices up.
And that song was released in the 90s, right?
I think so, yeah.
In the 90s.
Yeah.
And it makes sense even today.
No, yeah, it's true. It's true.
Everything gone up.
Everything going up
Yes.
with the gas prices.
It's been, yes, that is so true. And when you look at it, really, people are struggling. People are really, really struggling. I'm not quite sure what's happening. Something is definitely happening, because even businesses are struggling as well. I'm not quite sure what's going on, but something is definitely happening. And people are not spending as they used to. Yeah.
Yeah, well, there's something going on. I don't know, but this savings thing, it's really
important.
crucial. Saving and investing is really, really crucial. Another thing is having what they call different revenue streams, right? That's important. I know a young lady, right? I won't, maybe I can tell you off air who she is. And this lady does domestic work, right? She does domestic work. She is a vendor. She's a vendor. I was talking to her recently. I say, how are you able to do all of that? She's a vendor, and she's also a tour guide, right? So she does domestic work at people's homes. She does cleaning at business places, right? She's a vendor, and she does tour guiding and this sort of thing,
multiple
right?
streams of income.
So multiple streams of income. Now, I don't know if she makes a lot of money, but sometimes that's what you have to do to make ends meet. There was a cousin of mine. He's still alive. I remember him having 3 jobs as security. He worked as a security officer for 3 different establishments. The man would come from one job and go to the next one and to the next one. Yeah, that's how he did it every day for how many years. And I remember I saw him when Tony died. I hadn't seen him in a long time, and he came home and would chat. And I was reminding him. He told me now he's retired right now.
Okay.
I asked him, why were you doing that? He said to me, because he wanted to pay off the mortgage.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so making double payments. Yeah. So now he's just there relaxing himself. Although sometimes we pay a hefty price with our health for this sort of thing.
I was just about to ask.
Yeah, and I find he looks well. You know, he has a little...
Sometimes you really have to dig deep and make the sacrifices. You have a goal, and you have to do what you have to do to survive. If your goal is by the age of 65, I want to live comfortably. I do not want to be working for anyone, and thereby having multiple sources of income. Then, that's a good thing.
It's one of the most important things that we need to do, especially in our environment. Look at me, for example. At my age, right? You know, on a weekend I'm still
you're
out there.
Always out there playing
playing
DJ,
and stuff. Yeah.
And then you're back at work after 4 in the morning.
Yeah, Sunday. This coming Sunday, I'm playing down in Choiseul. So that means I'm going to leave Choiseul probably 12:30 around 1 o'clock. So I drive back up to the city,
Take
right
an
back to
hour's
my
rest,
home,
maybe
about
less.
1.5, something like that, and I'm up again
And you're
on a
up
while
again
late.
and you...
Right now, the way I do that is I know for sure by the time I leave here on the Monday, I go straight home, straight home, sleep time.
Doesn't it take a toll on your body though?
Yes,
Because
at the time.
you're still not getting 8 hours of sleep.
Well, you asked the lady I just told you a while ago, who has all these 3 or 4 jobs. Exactly. You got to do what you got to
Your
do,
body
man.
at some point in time is really gonna feel it.
Well, so far so good.
Oh my gosh, muscle man! Oh my gosh!
Yes,
Let me see again. Let me see.
So far so good. Popeye. I eat my spinach. Yeah, man.
Goodness,
Yeah,
you
man.
need that pipe though. That's what you're missing. Say it again. Say it
Me
again.
eats me spinach.
I wasn't ready.
But it's true. It's true. You know, because I don't want to end up in that kind of situation when I'm an old man. I mean, I want to make it to about 100. I mean, I hope I do. That's not my decision. But I don't want to be broke. I don't want that at all.
But you're working towards it and eating
Yeah,
your
and also-
spinach too,
also-
right? Are
also-
you really eating spinach?
Of course. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And
Okay.
callaloo and those kinds of things.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Maybe
man.
that's why you have some muscle.
It helps.
But
It
anyways.
helps. Yeah. And another thing, to be honest with you, I want to leave something for my children. Now, the Bible talks about leaving for your grandchildren. I know for sure I can't go that far. That's for sure. I
So
can't
you
reach
live
there.
for your children and they will live for your
Yes, it's up to them to do what they have
It's
to
up
do.
to them to
I
take and
want
pass
to
it
make
on.
sure, and I ask God to give me the health and the strength, to be around for a while, that I can clear out, the mortgage and those kinds of things, right? Those, because the mortgage is like a noose around your neck
right,
for how many
yes.
years. I want to clear that out, and I want that when I go, that my children have nothing to worry about. Okay, I mean they can do what they want. When they get what they get from me, they can do whatever they want with it. If they want to do foolishness, that's up to them. But the same advice I'm giving her right now, I tell them those things. So it's up to them. But I don't want to leave her and leave broke. I don't want that.
So you're working towards that.
Yeah.
So you're comfortable.
Yeah. I'll be all right. You know what I mean? I'll be all right. So if I get a little NIC and I have my retirement things saved up there, I can always dip into that. Especially if I may be single. Yeah, I may be
If you
single.
may be single?
Still. I don't know.
Still?
Yeah. I may be single still. I mean, I'm talking about my old age. I'm talking about it. My old age. Yeah.
You might just have a little chukulooks that y'all could sit and watch television together and say,
Yeah.
"Babe,
And talk.
remember the days."
I
we used to talk."
imagine that was going to happen with Tony.
Yes,
That's what I
you said so
imagine.
yesterday.
Tony and myself going to be at home or something. The two of us at a home. I don't know.
So just imagine,
and we
right?
vibing.
You in your, let's see, 80s, maybe 89, on your 90th birthday, you with your significant other. What you would want it to be like on that day?
When I'm 90.
Yeah.
Well, I think I said it already for sure. I don't want you to bathe me. I don't want you to clean me and those kinds of things. I want to be able to do that for myself. I'll be able to take my shower, brush my teeth, put my olive oil on my body, because that's what I use on
That's
my
what you use, yes.
olive
You've said so
oil.
before.
And I love my cologne. I want to make sure I still can have some. Sorry, folks. Sorry, it is what it is. I can buy some expensive cologne to make sure I doll up myself and this sort of thing. And I smelling good.
Right.
Oh yeah. And I have a shirt like that still.
You one of those? So you know what you need to do? You need to stock up. You need to stock up and make sure you get the blues and the rest.
Exactly.
So when you get there, you could go and be like, "Hey, I remember when I bought that."
Yeah. So that's what I'd like. Yeah, that's what I'd like.
An ice cream. Would you still be having
Oh,
ice
for
cream?
sure. Maybe not as much, but yeah, I still want to have my.
A little ice
And
cream.
seriously, and I'm saying that if I in a situation where I have to be depending on somebody to to clean me up and so on, that kind of thing. I was talking to my little daughter Nairobi, because her mom is a nurse. And by the way, she's celebrating her birthday tomorrow.
Oh.
So let me say good morning to Shira. Yeah, Shira,
Good morning,
happy
Shira.
birthday in
Happy
advance.
birthday in advance.
Yeah, so that's Nairobi's mother. So Nairobi was on the phone with me, and I said to her, so Nairobi, I say you dress like a nurse today, right? She said to me, I don't want to be a nurse. I don't want to be a nurse. So I said, why not? She said, a nurse have to pick up poop.
What was your response?
So I said to her, would you pick up my poop? She paused. I guess she had to think about that one. She told me, I don't know.
I love her honesty.
I don't know.
She didn't say no.
Yeah, I don't know.
So that's a good thing. She did not say no.
Yes. So if that's what it's going to be, I don't want to be around at that time there.
Maybe around that time, 30 years later, they might have this thing that when you do poop, it does everything else.
Maybe they must have something connected to the anus or something, and just soak away. It's a soak away.
You never know, right? With technology, anything is possible now.
It's true.
Yeah, we have robots now.
Yeah.
You might have a robot at your home too.
You know they're working on these AI spectacles, these glasses, where if you have eye problems, this AI thing now can really enhance your ability to see, even if you're supposed to be blind, kind of thing. Yeah, man, you have technology.
But he did say as well that it has to be charged. What if you forget?
Yes. They take electricity.
That's amazing, though.
Amazing.
Because so many people have problems with their eyesight, and if that's gonna work, I say why not?
Why not? Yeah. Would we say no? Me, I'm not using that kind of thing.
And I'm thinking about Mr. Sylvester too on this one as well, and the others who are.
Yeah, you heard him saying this morning his dream is to go visit Grenada.
Oh,
that's
is
his
he
dream.
Grenadian?
No, he's
he
not.
wants to go.
Yeah, he says he knows all the history and everything. He'd like to go like on a tour of the fort, where they murdered Morris Bishop and so on. And I think Teacher Jean called and she said yes, they do have a tour.
They do have a tour.
Yeah,
overlooking St. George or something of that sort.
So I was saying to him, we at REV-UP, we must make that happen for Mr. Sylvester.
Make a few calls as well.
Yeah, we must make that happen for Sylvester and get him some spending money as well, that sort of thing.
Mr. Sylvester, we're gonna see what we can do for you.
Yeah,
okay?
to make his dream come true.
Okay, he's going with him. He's going to take his wife.
I asked him about that. He said he has to give about 2 months' notice. 2 months' notice. So maybe we could do it for our next anniversary for REV-UP.
So that's next
and
year.
do something special for him.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. We're going to work on it for you, Mr. Sylvester.
Okay. All right, folks, don't forget, coming up at 11 o'clock, we have our love story. That's our Valentine special.
Yes.
So please get your stories ready, and that we can get cracking between 11 and 11:30, so I can be out of here by 11:30, the latest 11:45. You'll have me there staying there past 12 o'clock. I'm working extra hard for that show. So please,
listeners, you heard it from him.
We have between this week and next week, right, to do the show, to make sure we give a lot of people an opportunity to qualify. Yesterday we had some really nice, interesting calls. I must admit. Yeah.
Pastor Phil, our first caller. Yes.
And just before we talk about Pastor Phil, I think the last caller, was it the last one? The young lady who called in, and she was talking about how men were nyak and this kind of thing.
Ziggy.
And I said to myself, imagine that at that age, Moje, for a young lady to have that kind of experience. That ain't cool, for us fellas.
It's not cool at all.
That's not cool at all for we fellas. Yes.
Kneel.
What?
Females up 10, you're down kneel.
It's true.
It's not a good thing when females can speak of men in that manner.
Yeah.
No.
Like men and nyak and this kind of thing. Wow. Some of us. But then again, Keena, we the parents, right, have a lot to do with that sort of thing, especially where our boys are concerned.
Boys, right? I have to agree.
We have to change that strategy, where we are tough on the girls and sort of easy on the boys, right? I think we must put that same the expectations we have,
emphasis and expectations we have
for
on
our daughters, for
the
our
same
sons
should be Yes,
right?
I agree.
Our son shouldn't be famous for
Having multiple
women
or
and
disrespecting women
Yeah.
or girls, because it starts from there.
yeah, and,
Right.
and having children all over the island, in every district, in every you understand?
Yes, yes, yes.
That's not cool. That's
it's
not
not a
cool.
cool thing.
And it's all these things that impact upon our savings as well. Because there's no way you can have all these children if you're really a truly loving father, and for you to think you can have any kind of serious savings.
And there's no way you can have multiple women and have savings.
Yeah, it's true.
You're gonna be giving this one, that one.
Or you know what some of them
all
do?
over.
Some of them just do the cowardly thing and just say, run away.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't take care of the children. That is just not cool, man.
It's
So
not-
we really must work on that.
We should.
All right, so coming up at 11 o'clock, folks, that's going to be in 10 minutes. It's going to be our love story. And here's what you can win. You can win yourself a staycation, right? Compliments JJ's Paradise. I hope you're listening a couple days ago when we had a representative from JJ's here, the marketing manager, Enya Williams, telling you all the great stuff you're going to... Imagine, the thing is so impressive that even Pastor Phil called.
Yes.
I'm sure a lot of people are saying, boy, that's the sort of thing I would love for me and my wife or my girlfriend
Or my girlfriend.
to
yeah.
experience.
To experience.
Even the young lady who called yesterday, she said she thinks that'll be a real cool thing for her and that guy
And that
to
guy,
go on
yes.
that vibe.
And the fact that she called and it's a new relationship, just I think they met in December, that speaks volumes too. Because she's definitely feeling the vibe.
Definitely,
Yeah.
boy. What? Yes. So yeah, you can win that staycation. And by the way, some of you maybe don't have anybody in your life right now. But one time you did have somebody who you were really in love with, albeit maybe you got disappointed.
Or
but
maybe you just decided, hey, right now I want to focus on my education, or maybe I'm leaving the country, moving somewhere else. And that person was your first love. It's still a story to tell.
Exactly, to tell.
Yes.
Yeah, even if the person has moved on already, but it's your story.
Yeah.
Okay? And then if you win the prize, guess what? You can take your cousin, you can take your sister, you can take your brother. There's
Son, your daughter.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's Valentine's. It doesn't always have to be about couples.
Exactly. Well,
You know?
man, woman, woman.
yeah.
Yeah. It's just
Take
two
a
people.
friend. Yeah.
And listen, you see, I mean, most of the hotels in St. Lucia cook great food, right? But I've been to JJ's.
We've been to JJ's. let me tell you.
that knocking. You know, our next stop is, by the way, is going to be Belgium. That's our next stop. That's our staff. We're going to be having dinner there soon. So, so when you start that staycation, right? Compliments JJ's Paradise. Also a couples massage. Compliments Blue Lotus. Spa and wellness. That's another nice price. You and your lady going inside there, and you have the masseuse,
Yes.
right?
And I'm
who's
sure
that?
they're going to give wine,
Yeah,
chocolates with it.
You see at Blue Lotus
The
there?
ambience
you
there
get,
is.
yeah.
Ooh.
Let me tell you something about Blue Lotus. It's like you're going into a space, like a little Shangri-La,
Yes.
right? Outside is noisy. Outside, once you enter
it's
Blue
so
Lotus,
peaceful.
it's peaceful inside there.
We're talking about the location at the Giveawards Mall,
Yeah,
right
folks,
next to
yeah.
us, actually.
Just next to REV-UP,
Yes.
right? Because when I go in there for my little treatments and stuff, it's like, wow.
You can stay forever.
Yeah, you see like,
Or just
oh,
going in to visit. And the staff, they're so nice too.
But they got a couple of Indian ladies there. A couple of them. They're really professional.
Oh, yes, they are.
Wow. I mean, our solution sisters for sure.
look good.
But the Indian, the two Indian girls. Then there's an Indian guy. Man, they know their stuff, boy. What? Okay, so you can get a couples massage. Compliments Blue Lotus Spa and Wellness. Also 2 health kits, male and female. Right. Each of those health kits is valued at $100. So 2 health kits. Compliments Dalkan Pharmacy on Coral Street. And then you have 2 gift packages, right? Male and female again, which includes snacks. And you know we love snacks already.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you have snacks very often, Keena? I do.
Not of late, no.
Yeah?
I stopped.
By the way, folks, Keena gave me a tablet recently. Not a laptop, you know, and a real old-time tablet. Yeah, with coconut and stuff. That was nice. Yeah, I reminiscent of my days when I used to
When
eat
was the
those
last time
things.
you had one? But we'll deal with that later.
Yes, that was really cool. So snacks, okay, you can get 2 gift packages. Don't forget that. So for you and the person that you're going to be taking along, so you have snacks, you have chocolates, and you have candy. This is with the compliments of the gift fairy.
The gift fairy, yeah.
Yes, I. So these
And the packages from Dalkan Pharmacy, it's already here.
they're there
It's
already.
downstairs.
Wow,
Yes.
wow. So, folks, all that's coming up in about 6 minutes time. So please get your little stories ready and have a little mercy on me. I want to leave here by 11:30. Have a little
And if
mercy.
you can before then, that's fine too.
Yeah, have a little
So
mercy.
you can get some rest.
Okay. I just want to mention a couple of things before we get into our love story. Cuba. They're really going for a rough time for true. With this, fuel shortages and so on there, all because of the situation with America
And Venezuela.
making life difficult, very, very difficult. But thank God, there's some countries that feel compassion, and Mexico is one of them. I hope our government will be another one. I hope all countries around the Caribbean, who Cuba has been there for, right? But what what's interesting about that whole thing? The U.S. hasn't told Trinidad to end the program.
No, they haven't.
They haven't.
They said they made a decision on their own.
Unless
if they knew something.
You know why they said they made the decision? They said they know that the young people who are studying in Cuba are going for a rough time, as anything else.
I think they have to provide food for them and so on.
Right.
So they wanted to end that.
So they're saying to come back home if you want. So the students say, no, we're not coming back.
You're going to finish?
Yeah, we're going to finish. So, but the interesting thing is the hypocrisy, right? The hypocrisy on the part of the U.S., where you're telling me you don't want St. Lucia to do it, you don't want Grenada to do it, you don't want Barbados to do it.
But you haven't said anything to Trinidad.
But Trinidad is all right. Now, you know why that is?
Well, we can assume.
Say again?
We can assume.
Well, let me hear you assume.
Because you think Kamala Persad-Visesa and Trump are really close?
Well, that's one thing for sure, right? She's doing his bidding, allowing planes to come in the area, aircraft and this kind of thing. So they've been nice to her. So you see the hypocrisy in all of this stuff there. It's sickening. It's sickening.
But they're saying, the United States is saying, the reason they want Caribbean countries to stop that program is because Cuba has been taking advantage of the nurses and doctors. They're not getting paid, and that's really what they're saying.
Of course, they're getting paid.
That's not
Keena,
really the case.
They're getting paid.
Based on what
they're getting paid. What they're saying is that that Cuba is using this program to do human trafficking. That's the lie. That's a bold-faced lie, right? So I'm saying to you, okay, so if that's the reason, right? That's what you're saying. That's the reason. So what happened now? Trinidad now. It doesn't apply to Trinidad. Because if the program is structured in a particular way, it ought to be across the board. Why are you making an exception in the case of Trinidad? Why?
Maybe because I don't want to speculate.
I can. I can.
Okay, so you can, because if Trump's plane lands right there, you'll be like, okay, take me.
But hear what the Cuban president is asking. These are legitimate questions. How will we till our soil? We don't have the fuel to do that. So how can we plant food? This is crazy. He's asking again. He says, how do we move around our transportation?
Yes.
Buses, right? Your children have to go to school and this sort of thing. He said, how do we keep our children in classes without fuel? How do we do those things?
They definitely
He spoke about the impact this will have on transportation, on hospitals. You're talking about people who are in ICU, for example. People who are on whatever machines and so on that need electricity.
Yes.
This is crazy. So schools are affected, the whole tourism industry affected, the production of food is affected.
Cuba is in crisis and they really need our help. But whatever the governments, different Caribbean islands can do to help in that situation, I think that is very important that we come together as CARICOM leaders and do something about it.
They also spoke about blackouts in remote areas of the country as well. So the government cares about everybody, not just those maybe living in the city. So they make it a case. They said, listen, what about people who are living in remote areas who need electricity, they need power?
Something else as well.
All these people are going to be negatively impacted. But I think, he made a strong case there, especially where the hospitals are concerned. We're forgetting those things.
When is Mexico sending aid, did they say?
Mexico, next week.
Okay.
Yes. And also, I think in Belize, the Belize Prime Minister, he spoke out and he was encouraging Caribbean countries to send humanitarian aid to Cuba. As to whether the United States will allow it now, that's another story again.
The Caribbean islands are facing a crisis altogether, if I should add. Because the United States, as you have said several times, they're the mighty bully. And they're swinging at every single Caribbean island, with the exception, some might say, of Trinidad. Mm-hmm. But the leaders are treading carefully, as they should, because if they do or say anything, then the people of their country, their citizens, will feel it. And you know how the United States has been moving since Trump came into office. Mm-hmm. We see it happening with Venezuela. We see it happening with Cuba now. So what we should do is try to, as Caribbean countries, we've seen what Cuba has done for us. And by extension, the region. If you have family members in Cuba, if you have friends in Cuba, then whatever you can do. I'm not quite sure what's happening with sending, like as a citizen of St. Lucia, if I were to send things or we were to come together to send things over like food and other supplies to them, how we're going to go about doing it. I'll maybe have to find out. We'll maybe have to find ours.
I'm sure the government will let the public
I'm sure. I hope that they do.
So finally, before we get into our love story, I just wanted to bring to our listeners and viewers' attention a story from Norway. And when I read that story, I said to myself, boy, who can be happy, right? What really for true is happiness for true? When you think some people have it good, right? Because maybe the lifestyle, you see them living in like in the case of Prince Andrew, for example. Well, he's not a prince anymore. They took away that title. But he was staying in a 30-room mansion. You'd figure them people got it good, man, right? You know, you live in a 30-room mansion. But you know, the reality is that you can only stay in one room, really.
Yes, you can,
right?
yeah.
You can only use one restroom, really. You can use one bathroom. So you have 30 rooms. You can't sleep in all, unless, of course, you make a deliberate attempt to sleep in a different room every night of your life. Unless, of course, but who does that sort of thing? You know, we creatures of habit. We feel safe in a certain space.
In a certain space, yeah.
And that's where we like to be. I'll be honest with you. I bought a nice table for my dining room in my home. I have never sat around that table. Never. Okay? My grandmother had an old wrought iron thing that she has there. That's what she used to use to have her meals and stuff. I just took over that. I take the same thing, I put it in front of me, right? And I'm watching my BBC or whatever it is I'm watching. I'm eating away on that same thing. I don't go and sit on that thing, you know, it's just there. It's just there, right? So imagine me going through that kind of thing there. So what would you say for those people? So I'm bringing this up for a very, very good reason. So this young boy, this young man, he's the son of a princess, okay? And she became a princess when she got married to a prince. Oh, okay, that's in Norway. So she had this child before she met this prince, okay? Now, he doesn't have some royal title or anything like that.
He's just the son of
a princess.
His mom married into it.
Exactly. So you got it. Okay? So he has found himself in a lot of trouble. And that's why I'm asking, who then can really be happy? Right? So he's in court right now, and he's there crying and so on because of what's coming out. He's accused of a lot of stuff. I think they're about, 38, if I'm not mistaken, 38 charges against this young man. 38.
For?
A number of things. Let me see. Rape, domestic violence, recording a sex session that he had with one of his girlfriends without the person's knowledge, although he says that's not true.
She would have to be passed out for him to do such a thing.
Say again?
She most likely was passed out.
Who knows? He has a problem with drinking. He has a problem with controlling his sex drive. He says he's been harassed since he was 3 years old. He says few can relate to the life I've had to live. Right? He says a lot of parties, a lot of alcohol, a lot of drugs. Okay? And he's saying basically it's because of the lifestyle. That's the way, I guess, he was coping or something. That's what I'm asking the question. Who then can really be happy? Right? Because if you're telling me you're privileged, you're a privileged young man, and this is what you're going through.
Under
right?
immense scrutiny, some individuals, they go inward and they have the tendency to act out in different ways because you have everything coming at you. I didn't have all that money and now I do, and all the attention. But still, what he has been accused of and the 38 charges that you said,
38.
That's some serious allegations.
Including driving too fast. Right?
Has he accepted responsibility for anything?
For some of them. And I
Which
think
ones?
under the law in Norway, you're allowed to plea, I think they say partial guilt.
Okay.
Yeah, you're allowed to do that in Norway, right? It's a plea allowed under Norwegian law for aggravated assault and reckless behavior. So you can say, well, I'm kind of responsible for that,
Okay.
right? So listen to this. There's an opinion poll that was conducted, I think, on Monday this week about the royal family in Norway, and they're losing popularity. People are saying they don't see the point in having a monarchy, and people felt that way. I think it moved from 61%, now it's 72% of people saying that monarchy not making any sense. All right? So there's the king now. His name is King Harald. He's 88. He's Europe's oldest living monarch.
How's he feeling?
Right? Pardon?
Is he sick?
He's sick.
Okay.
That's correct. He's sick. He has a pacemaker. He's been hospitalized and so on. Now the boy's mother, right? She needs a lung transplant. Yeah? She's been diagnosed with pulmonary fibrosis. Then you have, I think, Harold's daughter, Martha Louise. She stepped down from official duties, right, to pursue her own
Martha?
business. Yeah, her name is Martha Louise. Yeah, she stepped down. In other words, I ain't like that vibe anymore about
The
being some
name
kind of
sounds
princess.
familiar. Did she do a documentary or something?
Yes, on Netflix.
Oh,
You know the thing. You know the thing. Yeah, she and her husband. Okay?
Oh.
And they said she received criticism last year for starring in the Netflix documentary, chronicling her daily life and for being critical of the king and queen. So
Well, she knew what she was in, so she had no choice. She had to speak up.
imagine you are in that royal environment and you are giving it up. You remember Harry's wife, Meghan, and she
yes.
says how toxic the environment is.
It is.
So, folks, I figure we needed to talk about that because sometimes, we look at our lot in life and figure as though, oh my God, they have it good, man. They got it good.
Yep.
And
because
that's
they
just
have all
not
the
the case.
money, but you don't know what's happening in the background.
That's correct.
When you grow up in wealth and in power, there can be a lot of blind spots in accountability. We see that happening so often with the wealthy. It doesn't excuse his behavior. It magnifies it, actually.
Exactly. All right, folks. So we got to end it. This has been Harddrive. Thanks for listening and thanks for viewing. Stay with us. Stay with us. Don't go away. We're going to be continuing with our love story. That's coming up next. Now, please, folks, I'd like to leave here the latest 11:45. All right. So do me a nice little favor and please call as soon as possible. And I know people are waiting to judge. We love to hear the soaps. Yeah, but we need you to be the soaps. All right. So we'll get back to you in just a minute. This has been Harddrive, brought to you with the compliments of Rambali's Funeral Parlor.
At Rambali's Funeral Parlor, we truly care. During life's most difficult moments, we want you to know you are not alone.
At Rambali's, we are dedicated to providing dignity, compassion, and comfort when you need it the most.
Our caring team is here to walk with you every step of the way, whether it's in planning a gentle farewell or celebrating the beautiful life of your loved one.
We understand how precious they are, and we promise to honor their memory with the utmost respect and love.
Let us help you find peace and solace during this challenging time.
Please reach out to us at
758-452-2021, Castries, or 758-454-9239, Latuni, Viewfort, or visit us at rambalisfuneral.com.
We're here for you, ready to listen, support.
and serve with heartfelt compassion. You can lean on us.
At Rambali's,
we care.
This is REV-UP St. Lucia 95.9 FM. Now stand by for our love story.
We're not just another radio station. Can you believe it? We're the one revving up St. Lucia.
This couldn't have come at a better time.
On REV-UP St. Lucia 95.9 FM.
Our love story brought to you the compliments of Crown Auto, A1 Optical, Premier Glass Services, Kibby's Sports Bar, Foxy Roxy, Ultramart Supermarket, Ferrens Food Products, and JJ's Paradise. Okay, so now is the chance to give us a call, folks. at fixed line 572-9710, 572-9710, or you can WhatsApp 2870971. WhatsApp is 2870971. So, yes, Keena.
And I'd like to add as well, thank you so much to those who called to try to qualify but didn't. Ava, we also had Kelvin Joseph, we had Mr. Caldron, Paul Blackman, Ziggy Vitalis, Aloysius Polius, Devon Jules, Charmaine Stephen. Thank you all so much for calling in and making your contribution. And to our qualifiers, Anthony Alexander, Joseph Sylvester, Bernard Haynes, and Pastor Phil.
Yeah, and for those of you in the diaspora, and we know we have a lot of listeners and viewers in the diaspora, you're free to call. And if you happen to be the winner, you can always pass the prize on to one of your relatives here in St. Lucia.
Yeah.
Or if you plan to visit St. Lucia in time, to get your staycation, compliments JJ's Paradise. All
I
right?
wonder if someone wins, Andre, let's say they're overseas and they can't come just in time for Valentine's, whether JJ will make the exception.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Can I wait until they arrive in St. Lucia?
Yes.
Yeah. I guess that's a possibility.
That's a possibility.
Yeah.
We'll find out, I guess.
Okay, folks. So, we're waiting for your call.
572-9710. The number again, 572-9710-287-0971. Call us. Let us know your love story.
Yeah, 2870971 is the WhatsApp platform. So the lines are actually open. I want to say good morning again to our friends watching on DBS television. Thanks for sticking with us.
Thanks for sticking with us.
Yeah, thank you very much. Those of you on Facebook, on YouTube, on X, thank you so much for staying with us. We really do appreciate that. Those of you listening online at REV-UP very good morning to you. Those of you on Radio Garden, also on 758streaming.com, also on mytunerradio.com. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're in the north, we're in the south, we're on the west coast, we're all over the place. Yeah, thank God for that. Yeah.
And without our sponsors, this promotion wouldn't be possible. A1 Optical, Foxy Roxy, Crown Auto, Kiwi Sports Bar, Premier Glass Services, JJ's Paradise, Ultramat Ferrens, The Gift Fairy, and Dalkins Pharmacy.
Indeed. Okay, so folks, let's go. Waiting for those calls.
And they're trying to make you squirm today.
I think so.
They want to see your hands.
Yeah, Witela. Okay. We have somebody calling. Here we go. You saved the day. Good morning to you.
Yes, good morning. I'm saving you.
As always.
Good morning.
As always.
Good
Thank you very much.
Good morning. Hi, good morning. How are you?
My love story, I want to dedicate my love story to all the abused men and women.
All the what you said?
Abused men and women.
Oh, okay.
For, as an abused child growing up, and as a teenager falling in love for the first time, the person thinks you are a virgin, but you're not because you were raped. And this guy was amazing. We never ended up, sleeping together because I guess he was a gentleman. He wanted to meet my parents first. And I could say that was one relationship that I had that was loving, kind. The mental, the physical, verbal abuse never happened.
Oh.
And he definitely gave me hope that there are good men out there. But when he decided to meet my family, at the time I was living with my great-grandmom, I found out we were related.
Wow.
So he was happy that,
So let me ask you a question. Did somebody come and tell you that? Solutions already. They know a little
no one told me.
Oh, okay.
So it was I was living with my great-grandmother, and I guess we were related by my great-grandmother. So he would have been my great-great-grand-cousin. So in my eyes, to me, that's not related.
That's not so close.
But, he felt like, because we are related, and I guess because I'm living with my great-grandmother, everybody look at it like we are close. So we had to end that relationship.
Imagine
But
that.
it
Oh,
was
wow.
so hard. It was so hard. You know, if I see him passing on the bus, my heart would just fall. Um, you know, if I see him walking down the street, sometimes I would have to take another route
Oh, my.
because it was. So I would, you know what, as thinking of that story, I'm like, I think that was my first love. But was it really a first love? I don't know. But I just, I just want to, um, request that story to the young men and young women out there that's being sexually abused, and you're going into a relationship but you don't know how to connect sexually with that person because you'll have to tell them the truth. So you and sometimes you would lie because I mean going down road, that's what I had to do, just lie and say you were in a relationship already. So my love story is a request to those suffering.
And that's a very nice love story.
It's
actually.
a very nice love story, and individuals who have
Thank
been
you. Thank you so much.
abused who are listening,
you.
and I think it really touches to the core of their soul because they do go through a lot internally, and there's a lot that you keep to yourself because you want to say it, but you do not want people to look at you differently because that's what usually happens when somebody finds out you're raped or abused. Then they figure, okay, we're dealing with issues here, and they have a tendency to want to run away and to walk away.
Yeah.
And not everyone tends to handle you gently. So thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yes,
for
thank you.
calling with
Virginia always there trying to save me, boy. Much appreciated.
Thank you so much.
Much appreciated. Thank you, Virginia. So that's our first caller. Oh, we didn't take a last name, Anyway.
She could send it on WhatsApp and I could get it afterward.
So she's caller number one. So we're looking for two more folks.
Two more calls.
And then now we're going to get to the easy part where you decide now who's the qualifier for today. All right. So we're waiting for you. And I'm sure there's some real great stories out there, real great and interesting stuff, right? Meaning, because you hear those stories, like, for example, what Virginia just told us, right? That she ended up dating somebody who happens to be a distant relative. And the guy felt, well, that's just still too close.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Imagine that, huh?
Wow. Well, to me, that's a real gentleman right there. Yeah, a real gentleman. The average.
He's definitely a gentleman because he was gentle with her.
Yeah, the average male wouldn't think like that at all, boy.
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so folks, we're there waiting for you to give us a call. All right, it's 11:17, and this is our love story. Now, this whole idea is for the show to continue right up until Friday next week. So the way things are going there, we may even have to shorten that thing.
I guess we could do a spin on our love story.
Like what, for example?
Okay. I'm thinking about my mom here. My mom has always been super, super protective of me. Very, very protective. And as a child, as I got older, I didn't quite understand sometimes what she was doing. My family is extremely protective of me. And sometimes you tend to go inward and not be too open with my mom all the time. And as I got older, I took a step back and I had that reflection, that in that mirror look, hey, why, as a child, your mom is there, you're so close. But as you're getting older, then there's this separation. It happens as you get older. You're into friends, so many things are coming into play, work and everything. And then one day I realized, but wait a minute, I'm drifting away from my mom. I'm not calling her as often. And I made a conscious effort to call her more often. And I began seeing her in a different light. And there's never a day that goes by if I don't say to my mom, I love you, Mom. I miss you, Mom, and send her all the moires. And I go back to my childhood and I remember, hey, that's the reason why she's there, to be my protector. And all she wants is for me to do well in this world. And she doesn't want anyone to hurt me. So, yeah, that's my love story. I have to reconnect with my mom.
Yeah, okay, that's a good one. But it's amazing. And you see, fathers in particular, very protective of their daughters, right?
Yes.
Very protective. And despite all that protection, there's always some guy who is going to find a loophole.
Yeah.
Sorry for using that word to explain it. Yeah, there's always a guy, right, who catches her eye and so on, and all that protection and trying to prevent this and prevent that. The same thing we're trying to do all the while is in fact sometimes
inevitable.
it's already happening. You just don't know. Yeah, you don't know.
Yes. It's already happening. You don't know.
So the most you could do is just to love the children, especially
in spite of,
just love them
and pray for them, cover them.
Yes, and let them know, especially both for the girls and the boys, that you have their back, that you love them. They know that you love them. That's the most important thing that we need to do. So they're not quick to look for love and attention outside because they know that they are safe. You know, if you ask Nairobi, who's your boyfriend? Hey, you. You're not gonna do? My daughter Bina used to say the same thing. You know, that's what they do because they look to you, right? Now, sometimes that may be something not even too smart because they now looking for a guy now who sort of embodies your spirit.
Yes,
you know,
it happens all the time.
Yes, your character and so on. They look for that in a guy, and sometimes that's so hard to find.
Yep.
Yes, I remember there's this guy who had this relationship with his daughter. I mean, beautiful relationship in the U.S. and even in death. Because he knew he had terminal cancer, and he knew that his time was coming. And this guy loved that girl so much that he went to a flower shop, right, and made arrangements that every year, right, from I think age 15 to age 20, she gets a bouquet, right, of flowers every year and a note that he wrote before he died. You think a girl like that is just going to give herself to any old fella?
No.
Wasta. Because she sees herself as being special.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's going to be very difficult as well. She might find a guy doing the same thing, a man who loves her just the same. But sometimes...
yeah. Now, folks, we're killing some time, you know. We're just killing some time. Okay? Now, if the calls are not coming fast and furious, we may have to just shorten the program. When I say shorten, meaning instead of having the draw next week Friday, we may just have to have the draw maybe next week Tuesday, Wednesday, depending on how things are going. But I find that I really thought people would have really embraced the show. I think we have. It's just that we don't want to tell the story.
I think we have. Yes, true. Even me, I have a story. But I'll wait till next week.
But I have many. So I do.
Apart from my mom, I have a story. But I'll wait
if I give one story, the other ladies who still love me, they'll get jealous.
Did you? Did you just?
It's true. Because they probably think that they're the best story. You understand?
I'm thinking Nairobi there being your love story.
Oh wow! I mean, all of them are to some degree. Yeah.
I'm playing with Nairobi here.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear what it is.
Yeah, I think my first experience, first love, first relationship. Yeah, it wasn't so irie.
Oh really?
Yeah, because you know you get a broken heart, and that's the first time you actually experience a broken heart, and it like your mother didn't prepare you for that.
That's something they don't prepare us for. They don't tell us anything about.
And it's a reality of life that you're gonna get a broken heart at some point. Yeah, there's no escaping that. If you escape that, boy, you. Who was it that said me they never got a Gopal? Somebody was saying so the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, they never got a Gopal. I said, what? Where you come from, man?
I think it happens because someone may have had just one individual that they met, got married, and nothing ever happened.
Yeah.
Or they just never married and they're still together. It's possible.
That's true. I was talking to a lady just a few weeks ago. She's not here. She left St. Lucia recently. And she said to me, Andre, all my life I've only known one boyfriend. All my life. She said, since I left school, I got friendly to this guy, and I've been with him ever since. And of course, it's rocky. It's a rocky relationship
but
because
we're still together.
Yeah, and they're still. It's a kind of funny, kind of crazy kind of relationship.
I said,
I've only known one guy, so we have another caller. Thanks for having some mercy on us. Good morning,
Andre Paul and the two ladies.
Hey, yes, my brother.
Good morning.
All right.
Yeah.
Give-
I have many love stories. I'll give you one, but this one, the lady passed away.
I'm sorry to hear.
Oh. So before, can we just get your name, if you don't mind?
Well, Aloysius Folius.
Right.
Oh, hi, Aloysius.
Thanks a lot. He's giving us another story now. And by the way, folks, you are free to do that if you want to. Okay? All right.
Yeah. I'm there listening. Nobody's calling. I said, let me call.
You did well. You did well.
You did well at
Thank
this.
you.
Now, this one was, I used to work at Club St. Lucia.
Mm-hmm.
And when I started working there was a lady who, all the guys at the hotel wanted to sex her. So, but she was, yeah, I don't know why, but the way they were approaching her, it was not appropriate. You know?
Oh,
So-
the wrong approach.
Yeah, they just wanted to have sex with her.
Oh, my word.
Well, that does happen.
So-
that does happen.
Huh?
I say that
No,
does happen.
he said that
yeah,
does
you're right.
happen.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, so I look at the situation. I said, you see me, if I know myself very well, I'm not coming with no sex thing.
Yeah.
I said, I want this lady for me,
Mm-hmm.
so we can get married and live a good life. So we used to work. I was the bartender, she was the cook.
Mm-hmm.
So I always go and check her shift on the schedule, on the roster, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So one day I went and wait for her where she was waiting for the bus. When she got there, she said, "Hey, what are you doing there?" I said, "What am I doing there?" I told her, "I came here for you."
Boy,
So she said,
you don't mix in your
"You
words.
came here for me?" I said, "Yes." Because I told her, "I want you to be my wife." You know, I know eventually the sex will take place, but I'm not talking about sex right now. I'm talking about the two of us, how we should join together.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first day we ever really connect.
Mm-hmm.
The second day, when the two of us are entering the hotel, my hand is around her waist,
Mm.
her hand is on my shoulder.
Wow, making a statement, boy.
It's a very strong statement.
Mhm.
So the fella said, "What? Monsieur?" Tell him I said, so I'm not playing them no mind.
Mm-hmm.
They had a boat ride on the Unicorn. I don't know if you remember the Unicorn.
Of course, I remember. Yes.
Yeah, we went on that boat ride to Soufre. She is by me and by her. We having a good time. So, you know, I went to her home and she said, "Listen, Aloysius, you're a nice guy. The way you approach me, I really appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not having sex now." I told her, "That's fine." I told her, "I'm not hungry for sex. I know the sex will actually." So months back, about 8 months into the relationship,
Mm-hmm.
just kissing, holding, sleeping by her, you know. No sex. On the day of her birthday, she said, "Aloysius, today is your day."
Yes, I
It
imagine.
was her birthday.
Yeah.
It was her birthday. So we had a very good time, a very good relationship. And the sad thing is, that was from 1986. 1986. When it was about, after we had stayed for about 7 years, we decided to get married.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
The lady, something came up the back of a file.
Oh.
And that feeling caused her try to get so hard. When she went to she was working at from Club St. Lucia. She went to work at Hummingbird Institute. So from Hummingbird, she went to St. Jude Hospital. When they did the X-ray, they told her that's cancer.
Oh.
I'm telling you, when I heard the news, I sweat like I was plowing a whole piece of land.
Mm-hmm.
I can imagine.
And then she had to do a surgery. She couldn't do it in St. Lucia. She had to go to Barbados. They cut the back of her face, take out all the thing. She came back well. After 2 months, she was sick again, and she died.
So you all never had a chance to get married, right?
No, but I wanted to get married to her.
You
Okay.
wanted to, isn't it?
All right.
Even if, yeah, even if I would still get married to her, but she said, Aloysius, you know what? I don't want you to go for that. You've been too nice for me, to me. Yeah.
Wow, she actually said that. Wow.
Wow.
That's a great story.
That's a great story, Aloysius.
Mr. Police. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for
I really didn't mind. I really didn't mind getting married to her because this lady, I love her, she had loved me. We used to do everything together. Bank account, live on bank account, build a house together. Things were really going good on.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Like they say, good thing does not last.
Yep.
And, right.
Okay, Mr. Aloysius, thank you so much for that story. Thank you so much. All right?
Yeah.
Take care of
you so
yourself.
much,
Take care of
Mr.
yourself. Yes.
Police, for your
Thank you so
story.
much. Wow,
It's a
you hear that
beautiful
story? Oh
Still,
my.
it's,
Yes,
her
sad
passing.
but beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh my, imagine that. And he waited. And I think maybe that's a good sign as to whether a man is truly in love with you. That he's willing to wait.
He's willing to wait.
Especially
yes.
Not to wait too late. But I mean,
he's willing to wait.
yeah,
and
he was
time,
patient
so
about
he
it
was
and
patient
everything.
about it.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my. Well, folks, these stories are so interesting.
But sometimes there's a reason everyone comes into our lives, and maybe her being in his life was him experiencing just her goodness and her grace, and she exited. So, yeah.
I know a gentleman who was with this lady for probably, I think, about close to maybe 30 something years, somewhere around there. And he told me that they were gonna get married, right? And they never did. Same story. She developed cancer, and she died.
Oh my!
Yeah, she died.
Are we hearing stories and more? There are people out there that want to call and talk about their story and share it with us, but there's a sad component of it. There's a
as
sad
anything
part
else.
to it.
Yeah, maybe.
So they don't want to bring back that memory of
Okay,
person
folks.
passing.
You have my company until 1:45. I'm not staying here past 11:45. All right? And Keena, when we get off the air today, or maybe on the weekend, we can talk as to when we're going to actually have that draw.
Okay.
Yeah, we're hoping to take the show, because we could have had it just for 1 week. We could have done that the week leading up to Valentine's. But I think I really miscalculated.
Yeah. People are not calling. There might be a reason. Maybe we need to do a survey.
Yeah, as to why people are a little reluctant to share their stories.
Share those stories.
And I think, love is a beautiful thing. And to share those love stories, my gosh. And not just that, you get a beautiful reward for doing that.
There might be some reason as they're not calling. Maybe they'll tell us after.
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe one of them will call now and say, well, I'm not calling because of... That's why I'm not calling.
The number is to call 572-9710. 572-9710. That's our
fixed line.
287-0971. 287-0971.
That's our WhatsApp platform.
Yep.
Yeah, and by the way, it's not WhatsApp. It's like you're saying WHAT, what? So it's WhatsApp. Yeah, so WhatsApp.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
And whilst we're waiting for last caller to make their contribution, I'd like to shout out our sponsors for making our promotion
please.
possible. JJ's Paradise, Ultramart, Ferrens Foods. We have
We
someone
certainly
calling.
have a caller.
Okay, we have someone.
All righty. Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello there.
I'm voting for the last caller.
My
Oh,
jelly
she's calling to
beloved,
vote.
my jelly beloved neighbor.
Good morning, Josie Ann. How you doing?
All right,
Good morning,
Josiah.
Keena. Welcome back, Keena.
Thank you, Josie. Hugs and kisses. Mwah.
Thank you.
You're
Where's Lady
welcome,
J?
my
Where's Lady J? I didn't hear Lady J. Lady J tonight.
Lady J is taking a little sabbatical.
Okay. All right.
Okay, all right. Okay.
All right, then. Bye-bye. Yeah.
Wait.
She said she was calling to vote.
Oh, to
The
vote.
last caller.
No,
The
no.
last caller, that's what she said.
Oh no, but it's not time for the voters yet. Hey, I thought you were calling to give us. I thought you were calling to give
Give
us your
us a little
story.
story, Josie Ann.
Hey,
Do you have one?
It's too long.
it's too long.
We have about, let's see.
Okay. All right, Josie, thank you. You can call back in a little while, okay? You can call back in a little while. Let's take somebody on the fixed line. Good morning.
And maybe make them write the story.
Pardon?
Make them write the story.
Make them write the stories.
Because that's why maybe people not calling. Maybe
So
have nice
send a
love
message on
stories.
WhatsApp and we
maybe
read it
free
out.
Read free stories for the day and maybe because maybe people have some very nice love stories. But
So you don't have one? You don't have one?
I have one, but I'll not tell it.
You see? You see?
So she's suggesting that to allow individuals to send us their stories via WhatsApp and we read it out, pretty much.
That'd be nice. Because that's people are shy, so they don't want to like deposit.
Oh, they're
shy.
Okay. All right.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your
very much.
contribution.
All right, folks. I'm giving you up until 1:45. Until 1:45. I saw a missed call there a while ago, so I don't know
I
that
just
person.
saw it as well.
Yeah. So the person who called a while ago, and I guess the line was busy. You can call back. All right, please. We have until 1:45 to midday today. So far we have two potential qualifiers. Iphigenia is number one, and we have Aloysius Polius.
Aloysius Polius.
Yeah, imagine I actually wrote Josian's name already. I was so sure Josian calling to give us the little soaps there. Oh man! All right. Yeah, she said it's too long.
Oh, Pius Snappy, yeah, man, is on our Facebook platform. He chimed in and he said he has one. Pius, send it to us via WhatsApp, Pius. Come on now. Get us in on it.
No. They're supposed to be calling.
Oh, someone else says, I agree with that caller. Write it. I might do mine.
So what's the difference? I mean,
The difference is you're not hearing their voices. Some people are a bit shy.
Okay.
So pretty much that's what they're saying.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's say good morning to my good buddy, my brother from another mother, Nikki.
Good morning, Nikki.
Nikki, good morning to you, my friend.
Good morning.
And sending you lots of love.
With what?
Positive vibes.
Mwah.
Positive vibes. That you're going to be back on your feet again. Yeah, was it Michael Bolton who has a song called When I'm Back on My Feet Again?
Yes.
Yeah. You must play that song on
Okay.
your shift.
I'll play
When
it
I'm
when I
back
start.
on my feet again. Yeah.
No, you need the high note.
Okay, folks.
Joan, call us and give us your love story. Joan Shari chimed in and she says, by calling to share their love story, it's more affectionate. And she sends kisses and hearts.
By calling to give the love story, it's more affectionate.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, exactly.
It is.
Exactly.
It is.
And to me, your significant other hearing you saying that, or somebody would call
That
and
knows your voice.
will tell your significant other, that's what they said about you and this sort of thing. I imagine the typical significant other would be very happy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Would be very happy.
Typical significant other. So I'm giving you, let me see, 6 minutes now? 6 minutes, and then I have to say bye-bye. All right? Okay, so let me see. If we don't get a call in 60 seconds, then we'll have to take the calls now to decide who's the qualifier, for today.
For
So we
today,
have Ivy
Friday,
Jr.
yes.
and we have Aloysius.
Just Polius.
So far. All right. Yeah, but life and love is really something else, to see you're in love with somebody and the person were to die while you're with them. I don't think I've ever had that experience. I can't think of any of my exes who have actually passed. Yeah, they're all alive. They're all alive and kicking. And kicking. They moved on. They've moved on already.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy. I've said this already. that I have a good relationship with all of them.
Yeah, you said
A
so.
good relationship. We've been I mean, in the case of Vanetta, right? Vanetta we are very, very good friends. Very good friends. I can't even begin to imagine Vanetta and myself having a relationship again because we're just friends, you know what I'm saying?
Sometimes it happens, sometimes you cross paths, you fall in love, something happens, you break up, and you're better friends than lovers or in a relationship because it was total chaos. Or maybe you have matured after the breakup.
Yes, I think so.
Well.
Yeah, maybe some people are just not meant to be
together.
It's for whatever reason that they happen to be in your life at a certain point in time. Yeah. So so we're waiting for your call, folks.
Waiting for your call.
Either that or we just have to take the judges' calls.
Yep.
All right. So I'm giving you 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Okay. Okay. Let me see. People making comments and so on there.
Yeah.
As to what may be going on. All right, folks. Well, I think that's it then. That's it. We'll have to allow you to decide who qualifies. So since we're struggling with this particular show, so we'll discuss on the weekend what day we're going to have the actual draw. All right?
Yeah.
Okay. Wonderful. So again, if there's some of you who want to tell another story like what Aloysius did, that's cool.
Oh,
so right now, let me see what this person is calling for.
I hope they're
Let me see what they're calling for. Hello. Hi there.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Paul.
Hi. How are you?
Not so bad. I'm voting for Mr. Aloysius.
Aloysius.
Okay.
Aloysius Polius.
Okay.
So why are you voting for him? Why him?
Say that again.
Why are you voting for Aloysius?
But it's a nice love story.
All right.
And I'm so sorry about it that he lost the lady.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, welcome back. Welcome back, Keena.
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. I know that voice.
Have a blessed day.
Yeah, she called me one
You
time.
as well. You as well.
Hi.
Alrighty. Thank you. Bye. Okay, so the lines are now clear. Yes, go ahead. We're getting black calls black is white now. All right, Anawale, fixed line 5729710 or WhatsApp 2870971. WhatsApp is 2870971. Okay, so here comes Josie again. Josie, who are you choosing? Hello? Josie, don't listen to your device. Listen to your phone. Are you there?
Yeah. I'm there.
Right. So who you choosing?
The last caller.
You mean the second caller?
Aloysius Polius, the second
All
caller.
right.
The second caller.
Yes, he was.
I thought he was the last caller. Okay.
Well, he is technically the last.
Technically, he's the last. Technically, he's last. All right. Thank you. So 2 merits for Aloysius. All right. So we're looking for our judges to decide who is the qualifier for today, and that person's name will go into a box, and we'll have the draw. Looks like early next week. Okay.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning, Andre. Good morning, St. Lucia. Good morning, REV-UP family.
Morning, Anthony.
Keena.
Good morning, Anthony.
All is well there?
All is well, sir. Thank you for asking. I'm good.
You're welcome.
Ready for the weekend.
Oh, you know the thing.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm going to give Aloysius Polius a break. Why? Because he has so many stories. And to have the courage to come back today and give another story, boy, I could imagine the love book that he has.
It's so cool. Yeah, it's so cool. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give him that vote today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Anthony. Well, there you have it. Hands down.
Aloysius.
Yeah, 3 merits for Aloysius.
Polius is the one who qualified.
3
for
merits
today.
for Aloysius. So congratulations. So Keena, you make a note of that, Keena?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so my brother Aloysius, congratulations to you. Your name will go into the box. So how many names do we have right now, Keena, in that
5.
box? 5 names.
5 names.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Oh, man.
Our qualifiers, Anthony Alexander, Joseph Sylvester, Bernard Haynes, Pastor Phil, and now Aloysius Polius.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, thanks a lot for being brave enough to call to give your story. I didn't realize it was going to be that challenging, but it certainly is challenging. So
Actually,
thank you so much.
some people are chiming in and saying that they really want to give their story, but
But what was the problem?
One person says, I cannot participate because I'm in a relationship with someone.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you see, Yeah, so that may create some problems because the story might be so nice that the current significant other...
No, that's their significant other, but the person is a woman.
I don't understand.
So maybe they're a woman and the person is a woman.
Okay. Alrighty.
And others want to chime in, and there are other reasons why they don't want to call.
Okay, so we will
if it's your love story, it's your love story.
Yeah, ease the stress by having to draw early next week. All right, that's what we're going to have to do. Okay, so folks, this has been our love story for today. I want to thank again the folks at DBS for sticking with us for so long. Thank you so much, DBS.
DBS, Linda and the team over at DBS. Thank you all so much. We appreciate you. We love you. Kisses.
Those of you on Facebook, thank you so much. On YouTube, on X, and all the other platforms, thank you very much. This has been our love story, and a big thank you to our sponsors. We have Crown Auto, AI Optical, Premier Glass Services, Kibi Sports Bar, Foxy Roxy, Ultramart Supermarket, Ferrens Food Products, and JJ's Paradise.
Ready to relax, splash, and explore? All in one day? Come to JJ's Paradise in Marigot Bay for our day pass package. Take a dip in the pool, enjoy a tasty buffet lunch, sip your free drink, treat yourself to ice cream, and discover the breathtaking sights of Marigot Bay, all for just $100 EC per adult and $45 EC per child. Paradise is waiting for you at JJ's. Call 721-7693 to book your day pass package.
I'm feeling for something special, something good, something tasty, something smooth. When I think about all the flavors I can savor,
I gotta have
Farron's ice
cream. I wanna have, I need to have a flavor that makes me glad. But the way I feel, it must be Farron's ice cream. Chocolate coated ice cream bars, creamsicles I gotta have. Give me some fat-free yogurt I need.
Farron's ice cream.
Farron's ice cream.
It's so delicious. Farron's ice cream.
Farron's tastes so good.
Farron's ice cream. Whoa, I gotta have it. 'Cause only the best will do.
Farron's ice cream, bringing back delicious memories.
Looking for a one-stop shop for all your grocery and household needs? Look no further than Ultramart. We stock a variety of options from the world's leading brands, all at affordable prices. Whether you're looking for fresh produce, pantry staples, or household essentials, we've got you covered. And that's not all. Don't miss out on our ultra specials and promotions for a chance to win hundreds of dollars in vouchers, hampers, and special prizes. Visit any one of our 4 convenient locations today or check us out on our Facebook and Instagram page. Ultramart, your one-stop shop for all your grocery and household needs. Shop smart. Shop Ultramart.
Now open. Foxy Roxy Footwear Inc. Classy, chic, affordable. Ladies, it's time to get foxy. Step into style with our stunning collection of women's footwear, from timeless classics to bold statement pieces. Whether it's a date night, work, or a girls' night out, we've got the perfect pair waiting for you. Shoes, clothing, handbags, accessories, jewelry, and so much more. Our store hours are Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Visit us at the Gablewood Shopping Mall, Sunny Acres, Unit 3. Visit our website, foxyroxyfootwear.com, or call us today at 572-3668. Luxury shopping, exceptional service, trend-forward style. You asked, we answered. It's time to get foxy.
Crown Auto, your #1 stop for premium, reliable spare parts for your Japanese ride. Got a job to get done and need the right tools? Or maybe your car deserves a little extra love and care? Crown Auto has you covered. Check out our Kit Pro brake pads, delivering powerful, confident stopping performance every time. From top quality Japanese spare parts to pro-grade mechanical tools and the latest car care accessories, we're the place that keeps your vehicle running strong and looking sharp. Whether you're a hands-on DIYer, a skilled technician, or just someone who loves their car, Crown Auto is your go-to destination. Visit us at number 57 Brazil Street, Castries, or call us at 718-2828 for inquiries. Crown Auto, powering your drive.
Are you tired of waiting and waiting for the same old, same old? Premier Glass Services, in partnership with Glass Experts, is here for you. A dedicated team with years of experience has come together to build you the windows of your dreams. Premier Glass Services delivers custom windows when you need them, how you need them, where you need them. Heavy sliding windows, casement, awning, traditional push-up windows. We manufacture to your exact specs and deliver straight to your job site. Don't let another project fall behind. Call Premier Glass Services at 721-2020 or visit us at Degazon in Gradive Grosselet. Premier Glass Services, your window to a brighter future. Terms and conditions apply.
Need new glasses or just wanna love what you see? Ooh, come to A1 Optical, where style meets affordability. The most affordable and best quality eyewear in St. Lucia.
A1 Optical, where style meets affordability. The most affordable and best quality eyewear in St. Lucia. Perfect vision, perfect price. Visit us in Castries, inside the Valmont Shopping Plaza, or down south in View Ford, right next to the Miku T. Rocher bus stop. We offer eye exams by a professional ophthalmologist. Book your appointment today or just walk in. Call 454-9021 or 714-6069 or visit www.a1opticalslu.com. A1 Optical. Love what you see. What you see.
Ooh, come to A1 Optical.
Spots, bar, and grill. You know what I like. Yeah.
Wine, dine, and chill. Welcome to Kiwi Sports Bar and Grill. Please choose your seat.
Feel the pulse of Rodney Bay while we serve a mouth-watering 100% delicious menu every day. With meals starting at $25, located on the Rodney Bay Strip. Kiwi Sports Bar and Grill, the best sports bar and grill in St. Lucia. Come dine or just chill while you sip on one of our signature cocktails from our premium bar. Viewing your favorite sports on our many-hued screen. Kiwi Sports Bar and Grill. Good food, entertainment, laughter, and fun.
Where it's always buzzing. Rev Up St. Lucia, your healthy alternative.
That is freaking awesome, dude.
95.9 FM.